everybody. All right, we are live. Yeah, we're coming up here with something that I was not expecting to do here today, and we got to do this in the stream because this is too big for just a simple video. The Montreal Canadiens, as you can see on the screen, they have agreed to an 8-year extension with Juraj Slafkovsky worth $7.6 million. That's the AAV. Logan, thank you, man. Yeah, nice real contract. Thank you for coming by, dude. If you guys might not know, we were live for the for free agency, for day one of free agency. We were live up until about maybe an hour ago. And turns out I should have stayed live. I left, and yeah, we've got some shit going on real quick. I'm just going to ping the Discord real quick and let everybody know that we are live to discuss the Slaf extension. This is a phenomenal day for Montreal Canadiens hockey. Yeah, so firstly, NZA, yes, welcome back. Oh, I forgot to move the chat. Shit, let me do that real quick. No, I don't want to move the extension. Shit. Let me see if I can grab the right thing. There we go. So we're going to put the chat up here. Yeah. So firstly, Mr. Venus, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Yeah, NZA, we are definitely back. TBC, no, God, dude, it is good right now, my guy. You have to be high if you think this contract is not going to be good in its first year. Like, holy shit, if you watched any Canadiens games, you know Slafkovsky is already worth that 7.6. He's playing like he's worth that $7 million. Dude. But yeah, basically, like, even then, like, the plan is to get his prime cheaper. He looks like he's in his prime now, and he's only going to get better from here. Like, yeah. And NZA, yeah, exactly. I'm back. I'm back now. Cross Crease W contract indeed. Habs Guru, how's it going, man? Happy Canada for sure. I just realized I don't know why I have the AirPods in. I'm not using them. I'm not gonna have them to be on stream with me. But yeah, the Canadiens. It came out earlier today that the Habs were that they were signing. And Ken Hughes, that the Canadiens just went live, I guess, to discuss the signing. But yeah, it came out today that the Habs were it literally came out today that the Habs were their main priority for July 1st was to start negotiations with Slaf and Gouli, and it was expected that neither of them would sign right now. It was basically the feeling out process, see what they want, and go from there. And I guess Slaf's agent Slaf really forced his agent's hand, or the Habs just played hardball really well somehow. I'm assuming it's the former, because let's be honest, Slaf is that type of guy. 7.6 is like, yeah, no, that's enough for me. I don't need any more than that. I'm good. He's a team player. The fact that he developed so well in that last half of the year, that he played that well, and dude is gonna get paid like a first liner, and he already plays like a first liner. Like, if I can get Slafkovsky's game by game stats from this past year, if we look at this, the evolution of him at 19 years old, just a reminder, this guy is a 19-year-old. I don't even think he's 20 yet. He turned 20 like the last month of the year. Joe, firstly, good day to start your day. It's 6 a.m. Tuesday. Hey, nice. You know what? I'm glad that it's a nice Tuesday morning, hopefully. And yeah, definitely got to be great news to start your day for sure. NZA, yes, Slaf had a breakout year. Exactly, it's a W contract. Sporty, yes. Shout out NHL Network for saying the Canadiens on the ticker. I agree. Mr. Venus, yeah, nobody gives a shit about Matvei Michkov anymore. That hype was like 2 hours ago. Now it's all about Slaf. But yeah, congrats to the Flyers for signing Michkov. And Avi, yes, absolutely. It is a phenomenal deal for the Habs and Slafkovsky. Like you said, it's really not a lot of money. Like, especially for the type of player he already is turning into. This guy's just going to get even better. Like, if we can look at the first month in October, he had 1 assist in like 10 games. November, he got better. 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. He actually had the same exact stat line in December. Then January, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. February, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points. March, 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. And then April, in 9 games actually. 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points. Juraj Slafkovsky turned up big time. I think it was something in the last 20-something games. He was point per game. This is a guy who technically, if we're going off of the league standings, he's tied for the 135th best offensive player in the league. So, pretty solid. Yeah. Well, sorry I wasn't here. I no problem, Mr. Venus. It's all good, man. And, yeah. So, like I said, the Canadiens signing Juraj Slafkovsky today. It was, obviously this was expected. We weren't just going to, wait out until next July 1st and let him get offer sheeted. I don't even think he can be. I don't think he's in the right category. But this was done. It came out today, like I said, that we were starting the discussion process. So I don't know if it was Slav and his agent discussed it, and this is the number they started out with, 7.8, 7.6 on an 8-year deal, and they expected to be bargained down. But the Canadiens just got themselves a massive steal here. Yeah. There are some signings that are still coming in for free agency. However, I am not going to be able to do that. Oh, Kent isn't even up to discuss the he's not even up to discuss Slav. They probably will be, but it's they're discussing free agency in general, I guess. So yeah, this is a huge deal for the Canadiens. Now the focus is on Gouli. Now, of course, like you said, yes, Slav got the Habs get the deal done for their future first line left wing. I don't know if I'd say epic Habs-Philly rivalry, considering the Habs are going to be dominating the Flyers all the time. But yeah, I mean, you can call it a rivalry somewhat. But yeah, Sporty, we might have signed Slav just to get everybody to show about Michkov, but dang, nobody was really talking about Michkov anyways. Sens, Sabres done nothing, and the Rangers. Well, I mean, the Sens signed a couple nobodies. The Rangers were interested in Drouin. They just didn't get to sign him. And the Sabres, they've been bolstering their bottom six, which is what was expected to be happening anyways. But yeah, so again, with the Slafkovsky contract, is it even on the thing? It actually is. They've already put it on cap friendly, which, you know what? That's pretty good, actually. So right now, for example, headed into next season, not this upcoming season, but next season, the Canadiens are spending about $43 million. Actually, 46-ish. $46 million, excluding Carey Price. Fuck it, let's include Carey Price. $56 million of a probable, $90 million in cap space. Now, of course, this is before Primo's extension, Gouli's extension, potential Harris extension, Savard's extension, Arbor Jackey's extension, which is going to be this year. And yeah, this is without those guys. So we're probably still going to have a good $20 million to spend in free agency next season, for our next July 1st. Exactly a year from now today, we're going to be phenomenal, the Montreal Canadiens. And honestly, thank you to Juraj Slafkovsky for taking less than we all expected. Nick Suzuki, $7.875 million. Cole Caulfield, $7.85 million. Juraj Slafkovsky, $7.6 million. I actually thought, funny enough, I thought the contract was probably going to be $7.825, just so that funny, each of the top line goes down $25,000. But Slav takes a bit extra less than I thought he was going to get on the open market, and wow. I genuinely cannot believe that Juraj Slafkovsky is being extended for, he's already been extended, I should say. Yeah. Bowman and Quinville just got reinstated. Holy shit. Avi, I mean, we always had that room to make a trade in March mid-season. I think we're probably going to, anyways, potentially if we're in or out. Habs Burns is the home opener in TD Garden. Hey, let's go, Avi. That's going to be fun. Hey, Mr. Venus, thank you, man. Legit. Congrats on the ELC for Michkov. I'm sure that's going to be really exciting to see. And this is actually a question I had. Obviously, he's going to make the Flyers opening night roster, obviously. But if he weren't to, because he's 19, would he have to be sent down? Could he be sent down to the AHL, or would he have to have his rights go to a CHL team, for example? I think he would be able to go to the AHL. But that's something I was thinking of, like, oh, European player, if they sign like that and they're not ready for the NHL, do they go to the A? Do they have to go back overseas? Because they terminated his KHL contract, so I was curious about that. If anybody has the answer, I'd like to know. But yeah, so I don't know how much longer we're going to be live for. We have a lot of viewers coming in. What do you guys think of the Slafkovsky extension? Is there anybody that somehow thinks this isn't a good extension? Is there anybody who thinks it's a phenomenal one? I think it's a phenomenal one. I probably should have started a poll in the chat. But, yeah. Juraj Slafkovsky is going to be a lifelong Montreal Canadian. I think it's safe to say at this point. Metro Division is going to be a roller coaster ride all season. It probably will be, Abby. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Venus. I'd assume since he's signed with the Flyers that, okay, well, he signs with the Flyers. If he gets sent down, even though he's 19, he goes to the AHL. Because I don't think a CHL team even has his rights. Because I know that's the thing. If a CHL team has his rights and he gets sent down, he has to go to that team. Or he should report to that team. Like, I know it's something like that. But I was wondering, like, a European guy, like if Michkov or Demidov, for example. Demidov came over, but he wasn't ready. Does he have to go to the CHL and have a team get his rights? Can he go to the AHL? I was wondering about that. But, I would give it... Exactly, Avi, yeah. Like, I'd probably lean more towards, like, a 9 out of 10. I think the only thing that... I don't even think I could say... I think the only thing that would be better is if it came with a no-move clause. As far as we know, I don't think it has a no-move clause. But, I just would have liked that like, slight bit of extra security. Might have been able to lower the AAV slightly, maybe to 7.5. Yeah, like Salty said, it's an absolute steal. With how good he looked at the end of the year, the last like 3-4 months, yeah, I don't see how you look at this deal and think, yeah, this is bad for the Habs long term. Slafkovsky, if he continues to pan out the way we thought he would this year, or the way we think he is, if he turns into that 70-point scorer this year, that contract already looks like a steal. Because Sam Reinhart got $9 million as a 90-point scorer. Jake Gensel, as a 70-point scorer, just got $9 million as well. Or Sam Reinhart got 8.6 or whatever. I can actually go to this and check. So yeah, Jake Gensel got $9 million, Sam Reinhart got 8.6. And those are on 7-year deals. Yeah, exactly, Salty as well. Raymond's going to ask for more. Dude, Raymond is going to ask for more. The Habs continue to defy the odds. Nick Suzuki was expected to get $8-9 million. Over an 8-year deal. Caulfield was thought to get $8-9 million based off the potential. Slafkovsky, I thought he was going to get $8-9 million. The Montreal Canadiens keep defying the odds. These are the types of players that we want on the team long term. These players like Slafkovsky and Suzuki and Caulfield who are fine getting good money but taking pay cuts so that the fourth line can have solid players and not, guys like Garnet Hathaway or I'm trying to think, Milan Lucic. We don't have to put these big bruising guys who can't skate on our fourth line. We can eventually be able to afford Florian Jacki at the eventual $2.5 million deal because for some reason Grinders and Enforcers are getting like $3 million right now, which is actually also another thing. Arbor Jacki needs to be signed, and I'm really interested in what could be happening there. I'm really excited to see if the Canadiens end up signing him today as well, or if it ends up being a thing that goes to arbitration. I don't know if it can go to arbitration, but yeah, we'll see though. I'm hoping that it does happen. I'm really hoping it does because I really like that. But yeah. But yeah, I love Juraj Slafkovsky. I think this guy is phenomenal. He's a guy that I've seeing him evolve from like, okay, yeah, he's got some potential, he's lanky, seeing him when he first came in with his head down, getting lit up occasionally, and seeing how not even a year and a half, not even full 2 years later, this guy looks like a legit first liner. Every night, confident on the puck, wants the puck on the power play with the slap shot that he has as well. This is a guy that could have the skill level of Alex Kovalev, the size of Tage Thompson, and the shot of like Alex Ovechkin. It almost feels like this is a guy who he tries hard every night. He's a literal try hard. He tries to make his team better and he tries to make himself better. You know, this is a guy that like, God, like, oh my God, like, dude, Cole, Nick, Uri, Lane, Demidov, Doc, Newhook, Farrell, Waugh, Beck, Mazar potentially, Mayu, Reinbacher, you know? These are the guys we have for the future. Not to mention Jacob Fowler in net, too. Like, the Canadiens. Owen Beck as well, Salty. Oliver Kapanen, Florian Jacki, Arbor Jacki, Jaden Struble potentially. This team, no doubt in my mind, in the next decade is winning a Stanley Cup. This team is going to win a Stanley Cup in the next decade. They are a literal team. This is a team. Bogdan Konyushkov could also work out. This is a team that does not just play for individual stats. They come together and they want to win. They want to win as much as they can. And they're going to get to that point, I think. Like, holy shit. Like, just like... Like, holy shit. I genuinely can't believe that we got this extension done today. Like, legit, I was just about to go off. You guys can see I have my bowl of cereal. I was just eating. I was about to start resting, watch some YouTube. I look on Twitter, and just Chris Johnson, Juraj Slafkovsky signs an extension. Immediately, because I took the jersey off. I was just in my shirt and whatever. And, like, I had to get the jersey on. I had to come up here live, guys. So, like, holy shit. Cheers, what day in the NHL going to take some time? Yeah, let this day get unfolded. Like, holy shit. And also, yeah, gonna watch the Habs a lot more? Dude, yeah, you should be. Because this is going to be an exciting group of young players to watch. Like, even if we're not that great this year, we are going to be a fun team to watch. Also, shout out to the Canucks just got Vincent Desharnais. That's a fantastic move, I think. But yeah, I'm really happy with this extension, and yeah, I can't comprehend how happy I am right now for this. And also, Richard Hall, thank you very much. Congrats on the signing. It's player friendly too. Yes, indeed it is, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, Venus, it's really late, but yeah, Carter Hart is officially a UFA. I did have him on my list of free agents for the memes. Yeah. Habs got me trembling. Oh shit, Mr. Venus. But yes, the Habs young core is stacked, dude. Like, even if all we had for the future, even if we were just starting the rebuild and we just had Lane, Slav, and Demidov, that's already a fantastic core. And you add in guys like Suzuki, Caulfield, all the guys that I mentioned a couple minutes ago. Holy shit. Like, Jesus. Vive la habitance. Get a Demidov jersey, Salty? Honestly, I'm considering it. I don't think I'm going to get one right now because I want to wait to see when he comes over what number he gets. Because I don't want to get a Demidov jersey with, for example, say 93. Because I think 93 would look kind of good on Demidov. And then he picks, say, I don't know, number 8. I think number 8's available. I don't think anyone has number 8 since Ben Sherratt, but say number 8. So, you know, which I'll admit would be kind of funny considering he's a goal scorer like Ovechkin. He is also Russian. So I'm going to wait on the Demidov jersey, but I'd love to get one for sure. Like, I think my next 3 jerseys that I'd love to get, I have the Caulfield jersey. I'd love to get, like, a Suzuki, oh, fuck. I want to get jerseys like everybody on the team. Like, I want to get a Suzuki jersey. My apologies. I want to get a Slav. I want to get a Jacki. I want to get a Demidov, dude. Like, I want to get a Hudson. Like, holy shit. Like, God, it's going to be... Whew. I'm going to love this team, guys. And I just... Oh, my God. This is going to be so exciting. To be honest, my humble opinion for a first liner, yeah. Like, I think we're paying Slafkovsky to be a first liner. If he were projected to be a second liner, absolutely, it'd be a little rich. But definitely, like, he's gonna be a first liner. That's a phenomenal number. Like, the fact that most first liners get paid in that 8 to 9, maybe $10 million range, 10 plus, that's phenomenal. Like, that is absolutely just a great asset management by the Canadiens to get the extension done as soon as they can, and boom. Yeah. Shit is heating up north. Oh, yes, it is, Mr. Venus. And yeah, the dev camp starts tomorrow, just line. Yep, 2nd to the 5th. And Salty, yeah, Bowman and Joel Quenneville are eligible to return as of July 10th. They are able to seek jobs in the NHL. I know Quenneville had an offer from somebody. I don't think Stan Bowman gets hired again. He's like 80, I think. I can't see him getting hired. Richard, yeah, Slaf's number's going to look great after I actually think, like, from the start, like, if he starts out next year, and again, if he's like 60, 70 points, and then that first year of that extension, he's point per game, that's already a fantastic, number, for sure, man. That's absolutely a fantastic number. Yeah, it's already been 2 or 3 years since that Slaf draft, dude. I remember that draft in Montreal. I was supposed to be there. My jaw was dropping because we passed on Shane Wright for Juraj Slafkovsky, and that turned out to be the best goddamn thing the Canadiens could have done. Yeah, biggest missing guy, exactly, like, it's just like, yeah, like, Demidov, like, he'll probably be in the KHL, I would think, this year, but yeah, like, he's, like, the biggest missing piece out of the core right now. Like, aside from him, it's Demidov, aside from Demidov, it's Demidov, no. It's Demidov and then Reinbacher, assuming he starts in the AHL. That's what I think. They're not going to rush him. I assume it'll be a year in the AHL and then next year's in the NHL. Probably gets a couple games at the end of the year. But, yeah, it's Demidov, Reinbacher, and then probably Mayu. I don't think with Jacky and Struble in that third pair that you're going to start with Mayu in the A. I don't think you're going to use him as a seventh D. So, yeah. I'm going to have to get the Pooh version of the Fanatics jersey because I need to save money. Oof, Salty. Yeah, dude, Bell Center's got expectations, man. Like, I honestly kind of like that we're getting expectations again because I want to see how these guys play under pressure. I want to see how Slaf plays when it's like, hey, you know, we're supposed to be in that wild card hunt. I want to see how he turns it on, and I hope he scores 30 this year. I think a 30-30 season would be massive expectations. Hey, Mr. Venus, thank you, man. As much as I hate the Habs, it's awesome to see you so excited like this. Mr. Venus, thank you, man. I appreciate it. That really means a lot. Thank you, man. Getting your hopes up for nothing? I don't know, Mr. Venus. I don't know, man. I mean, all the Flyers have is Beach Cop as far as I know. Stan Bowman is a... Thank you, Salty. I appreciate it. Put David in the A. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Is I want to put David in the AHL along with Mayu. Just let them ride it out for the year, and then next year... if you resign, see, that's the only thing is, like, we have too many defensemen. And I know you put a comment up there, right there. And also, yes, at least the pen's gonna suck. That'd be very funny. Our main hole right now, defense, I don't think we have a main hole. Because our defense for the future, it's Reinbacher, Hudson, Mayu, Jacky, Struble, and then, there's someone else I forgot. Hudson, Reinbacher's the top pair. Oh, Gooley. Second pair is Gooley, and I think we want to run Jacky into the fourth defenseman spot. And then the bottom pair is probably Struble and then Mayu. So, like, it's a pretty good defense. And, of course, in net, it's Jacob Fowler, Quentin Miller. It's basically Salty. I think just getting veteran depth for the future is really the only thing we have to do. Like, I could see us going with the fourth line center being a veteran and then that one last piece on the second line. Because I think what we want to do is we want to do Slav, Suzuki, Caulfield, and then veteran left wing, Doc, Demidov, or Demidov on the left wing and veteran on the right wing, whatever. And then the third line, I think we want Newhook to center that line with probably Juan Farrell. And then the fourth line to be Florian, veteran, and then probably maybe veteran. But I could see us using Owen Beck there, you know. Faggio, exactly. I think it could be similar to the Jack Hughes 8x8. People said it was an overpay, and then it's a breakout the season right before it happens. So, yeah, that would be fantastic. And honestly, like, God, like, dude, if oh, my God, if Slaf's going to break out this year. He started it at the end of last season, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Better chance than us, but it's all fun. Yeah, exactly. It's still fun, man. I hate Leafs more than any Canadian team. Based, Avi. Sean Walker's going to Carolina. 5 years, $3.6 million. Damn. Thank you, Richard. Bell Center in the playoffs have been missed in my eyes. Oh, yeah, dude. Bell Center playoffs, like, 2021 was fun, like you said. It was hype. it just like no fans. It's like, and when we did allow them, it's like 2,500. It's like, no, dude, you need the 1,600. You need the 16,000 to sound like 130,000. Swear to God, but yeah, dude, like. Danny Beer and Travis Konecny. Yeah, the deal's not done, but we hope he's here for a long time. Yeah, Richard, I saw that. I saw that on Twitter. So yeah, guys, I want to come up here for a little while and talk about the Juraj Slafkovsky extension to let you guys know that it happens. It has happened. As far as we know, Gooley and Jackeye have not been signed yet. Jackeye is an RFA, and Gooley is up after next year, so there's really no rush to get it done. And yeah, and also it has been confirmed Saros does sign the 8-year deal. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see. I'm really excited to see what the Canadiens end up doing. Here's the thing: is I still want one more player in free agency. I don't know if it's just me being selfish, but I really want a guy like. I really want a guy like Daniel Sprong. Now, of course, it might just be me because I absolutely love Daniel Sprong. I think he's a fantastic offensive player, and I'd love to have him in the Canadiens. It's just, for me, it's just a matter of does it happen? NCA, yep, David, Vincent Desharnais to Vancouver, yeah. Too bad the Oilers missed the biggest comeback in recent memory. After seeing the Oilers celebrate like Game 6 like they won the Cup, I know deep down they're going to lose. Oh, yeah, 100% is just lying. Salty, do we need veterans? Obviously not right now. We have Gallagher, Anderson. We have a couple guys. But for the future, yeah, we are probably going to need a veteran. Like I said, probably our fourth-line center, we want a veteran. I think we want one in the top 6, one in the bottom 6. I think we do want one of Matheson or Savard as the blue line veteran long-term. And I think the eventual plan is to go with Fowler, and then while we wait for guys like Miller or Yevgeny Volholkin, for example... I think the plan is to probably move Monty into either the veteran backup when Fowler comes up or get another goalie to be the backup. I would assume we want to go with Monty because by the time, say, 3-4 years from now, he'll be 30-31, so he'll be primed to be like that veteran type of player. Slav's contract really puts pressure on Rob Blake for that new Byfield deal. Yeah, I would say Richard, yeah. Especially because Byfield, even though he hasn't had that big breakout, it should be seen as, hey, this guy who basically broke out last season is signed. Why isn't Byfield signed? Well, he's not playing as well. Sign him to an 8-year deal now. So I completely get that. Would you expect next year to be a turning point? Definitely, Salty. Even if we do miss the playoffs, I think it's going to be clear that we're going to show progression. I think Monty and Primo are going to step up their game. I think that the blue line is going to be better because we're not going to be playing... trying to rotate Jordan Harris, Justin Barron, Jonathan Kovacevic all the time. It might just be Harris and Barron probably down in the AHL. Maybe Harris gets some games, but it's going to be, 82 games of Lane Hudson, who's probably going to put up 50, 60 points, I would think. If Doc stays healthy, that is a huge addition to the second line. We don't need to have Christian Dvorak trying to play center every night. I do expect next year to definitely be a turning point. Again, even if we miss the playoffs, I think we're going to be very competitive for a wild card spot for a lot of the time. I think that the Canadiens are going to take that next step. I think Suzuki's going to keep evolving to be a first-line center. Caulfield's shoulder should hopefully be healed from the surgery 2 seasons ago, so I think he could probably rebound with a good 30-40 goal season. I'm said 30-point, Jesus. Slafkovsky, I think, is going to break out for 60-70 points. Doc, I think, is going to break out. Newhook, I think, is going to be very reliable. Would not be surprised to see Armia get 20 goals, maybe 30-40 points on the second, third line, because I think that sports therapist last year really, really helped him out a lot. I think that we have a chance to at least compete for a wild card spot. Even if we miss out or we just barely make it in, I think that's a big win for the Canadian season. I think that if we can at least show that, hey, we're competitive this year, I think next season will be a definite wild card team, especially with Boston going downhill and Tampa Bay falling off the deep end and the Leafs turning into the ultimate meme version of themselves. The only real competition we're going to have is Florida and Buffalo for the future. So that's going to be really exciting to see. How many seasons do you think it's going to take for y'all to be contenders? I'm going to go up in a second. I just want to answer this real quick before my voice goes. I think, like, full-out cup contenders, I think 4 years. Because I think this year is, like I said, barely out of the playoffs or barely in, but very competitive. I think next year playoffs, the year after probably 45-win season, and then I think the year after that, which is probably when Fowler really takes on the starter's role, that's when I think we're going to become cup contenders. There's probably going to be more of a split between him and whoever's 1B would be. But I think that you're going to see the Canadiens be cup contenders very, very soon. And it's going to be really exciting. Habs line combos will be key to set up this team. Exactly, Avi. And that's why once Suzuki, when they were going to send down Slafkovsky, said, put him on my line, we'll make him good. And, that's why I'm pretty sure the last 41 games, there's maybe 1 or 2 games where they weren't together. That first line was Caulfield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky, and we really wanted Newhook and Doc to be together, but then Doc got hurt. Like, we really want to establish that chemistry for sure, which is something I really like. And I assume it'll be Armia on the second line, and then Gallagher third line, right wing with, I would think, Evans and Waugh on the third line, and then probably Pizzetta, Barry Boulay, and I don't even know who could be on the right wing. Josh Anderson, assuming we don't trade him. So, yeah, I think that the Canadiens are going to be really, really set for when they're contenders. And yeah, Darkness, exactly. Yeah, we ended the stream, and 35 minutes later, the Habs said, "No, you're coming back live. No, get your ass back on the live stream." So yeah. I mean, it's just like, you can say that you think we're gonna suck, but I don't think you can really say that, because you look at it and the way that I look at it is this team is going to evolve. Like I said, you're gonna have guys taking their next steps. Doc is gonna hopefully be even more healthy. We have a full season of an added Lane Hudson. Monty and Primo are gonna be the 1-2. And because we don't have Jake Allen anymore, Primo's going to get more of a chance to flow into the backups. He's going to get into more games. He's going to get to, he's going to get to move more. He's going to be more ready for games. Aside from playing, one game every 2 to 3 weeks, which is how it was. And then once Allen got traded, Primo was, like, fantastic when he was in net. I don't think you can really say just straight up when Anderson, Gallagher, Price, and Dvorak are gone. I do think Dvorak gets dealt, and even if we don't deal him, he's still a reliable third-line center. He's a good face-off guy. He's a good penalty killer. He's not god-awful. He's fairly okay. Anderson, I think that definitely getting rid of him would be fine. Gallagher actually surprisingly played a decent last 20 games of the year. And if he keeps that up, if he can score 20 goals, maybe 35, 40 points, yeah, he'll be overpaid, but he'll be reliable as a third line. Well, I can't really say reliable because it'll be the first time in like 4 years he's played well, but, he'd be a respectable third line winger at that point, and he's just overpaid. And then Price, his contract literally doesn't do anything. It's literally on LTIR during the season. And even then, even if it were to quote-unquote hurt us now, we have like $9 million right now. So we could go out and sign Daniel Sprong to say 1 year, $5 million. Obviously, we wouldn't give him that much, I don't think. But for example, even then, like I said, Price is on LTIR. The only time his contract really affects us is at a time like this. But even then, like I said, we have $9 million in cap space. Once I think we get into September, put him on LTIR, boom, you get that cap space right back. Tampa replaces Stamkos with Gensel, sure, but they're gonna lose a lot of motivation because they lost their captain for nothing. They got rid of their captain and replaced him with a flashy alternative. They're going to regret that. And yeah, they got Connor Geekie too. I just don't know if I believe Connor Geekie pans out that well in Tampa Bay. I like Connor Geekie. Arizona, he would have been a legit number 1 center. I just don't know if I believe him being anything more than a 2C now in Tampa. Y'all got some baggage to move on. I mean, aside from Gallagher, which, even then, let's look at their cap friendly. Can I go back to Montreal, please? Thank you. Gallagher and Anderson both only have 3 years left, which I know you guys might be saying, oh, well, that's 3 years. keep in mind, this year, even if we're out of it, that's going to be a year wasted. I honestly think after this year, it could become a lot easier to move on from Josh Anderson potentially. Because then at that point, okay, well, it's a 2-year deal. The cap's going up probably $5 million, something like that. And looking at that 5.5, well, okay, well, that's a low-end second liner or a high-end third liner. There's going to be teams wanting big, bruising power forwards like Josh Anderson still. Even if all we get back is a third-round pick, for example, you still clear that space. You replace Anderson's value, and actually probably add on to his value by acquiring someone in free agency. I don't think you're going to have any issue being able to move on from Anderson. Gallagher, yeah, he's overpaid still. Probably not easy to move on from him. But here's the thing. Cup-winning teams usually have a bad contract or two on their books. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win a cup in 2027. I mean, we could, but very unlikely. Gallagher's that bad contract. And then, yeah, aside from them, like, Evans is signed, Evans is a UFA after this year. Oh, God, we really should try and extend Evans soon. Like, Newhook is signed until 2027. He's an RFA after. So is Doc. Doc's also an RFA after. Actually, Doc's an RFA in after next season. So, yeah, there's some guys that are going to be, like, a little iffy on whether we're going to be able to sign them or not. But honestly, like, I'm really bright on the future of this team. So, yeah, I'm excited for what this team could do. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. I'm looking at Twitter to see. Oh, wow, there we go. So Ken Hughes has said that Eric Raymond and Trevor Letowski have also signed extensions with the Canadiens. So there we go. Trevor Letowski, I believe, one of the head scouts, and Eric Raymond, I believe, is also one of the head scouts. So that's pretty awesome. So, hell yeah, let's go. W there. Very happy about that. So yeah, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get through the rest of the comments that are in the chat now, and then I'm going to head out, I think, because I'm admittedly losing my voice a little bit, and I was hoping to rest it up so we can do the stream it again in a couple days. I think you're underselling this team. Really, Richard. With proper training, drafting, signings, and coaching with players, it could be much sooner. You're only 1 or 2 major paces away. I mean, you consider one of those pieces is Ivan Demidov, and the other is probably a free agent signing next year, I would think. I could definitely see that actually being the case. Yeah, I definitely think that. I mean, here's the thing. With drafting, we don't really need to draft. We could trade all of our 25, 26, 27 picks away, and we'd be still solid for the next probably 6-7 years, I would think. Like, obviously, we shouldn't. You should always have players coming up through the pipeline. You never know when you need to, when a fourth liner prices himself out of town and you got to replace him with one of your prospects. So, yeah, honestly, like, I'm perfectly fine. Like you said, even with coaching with players, like, this is going to be a team that I think could surprise some people. I said the cup window is open in 4 years. It could be within 2. Again, I think it's this year if you're barely in, you're barely out. And then next year, I think you're clearly in a playoff spot. But fuck. I'm losing my voice, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get out really soon. Shit. But yeah, like you said, Raymond, Richard, sorry, I don't know why I called you Raymond, I apologize. I was reading other comments and I saw Raymond. But yeah, Richard, it could end up being sooner than that. It could end up being 5-6 years, who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna trust the process. I trust Coach Marty, I trust Kent, I trust Hughes, I trust Jeff, I trust Gordon, I trust the scouting department, I trust everyone that's in charge right now, especially now that Alex Burrows is gone. So this is a great day for Canadiens fans. Alex Burrows is gone. You signed a French guy for your fourth line center role, and you extend one of your top superstars for an 8-year deal. Holy shit! By the way, I'm debating staying live because I should get off because in 40 minutes from now maybe Gooley gets extended because I got offline and 40 minutes after Slafkovsky got extended. So. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, exactly, Abby. Hopefully Kirby Dach is ready to roll in October. That would be really, really nice. I know there was like rumors in February that he might not even be good. He might miss like the first like couple weeks, which okay, it's not terrible at that point. But yeah, obviously ideally we'd want him back for, opening night. When all the pieces fall in place and legs start working, the Habs would be a contender. Oh yeah, Ghislaine, absolutely. Newhook definitely needs to step up. Cole needs to take more of a step. Avi definitely. I mean, I'll give Cole a little bit of slack because not slack. I'll give him a little bit of leeway because last year he was clearly still recovering from his shoulder surgery. It said players usually take a year, couple months maybe to recover from that. So I think heading into this upcoming season, I'm expecting a big step up from Caulfield. And yeah, Newhook, I think depending on where he plays. Here's the thing. He's not fit for a second-line center spot. I don't think he works best as a center. I think he played all right when he needed to, but he's definitely made to be more of a left wing. He played really, very well on the left wing when he played there, I think. Sens and Sabres are going to be way worse. I think the Sens are going to be worse than they were last year. I think the Sabres are going to get better, especially with Lindy Ruff, for me. Yeah, Ottawa doesn't know what they're doing. They're trying to retool without people to really build off of. It's like, hey, we have the worst Kachuk, who's kind of a cancer. It's like, all right, you're going to suck. Go down, little brother. Raymond Letowski extended by the Canadiens, but Burroughs is gone. Yeah, shout out Trevor Letowski, a very friendly guy. Hey, let's go. Love friendly men like Trevor Letowski. That sounded weird coming out of my mouth. Saravelli saying Stan Bowman could be a top candidate for the Oilers GM position. God, please do it. Please do it. Anderson could have a boost, and I don't believe in Anderson at this point. 2 years ago, it was a god-awful season. We thought last year he could have rebounded. Last year, he had one hot stretch of like 7 games, and the rest of the season, he was trash. Yeah, I don't believe that he could become the third line right wing with the Canadiens. I'm genuinely really hoping that some team calls Montreal saying, hey, we'll give you a second-round pick for Josh Anderson, and we're able to take that. So, yeah. Will we re-sign Armia? I don't know, actually. I think it depends on how he plays this year. I think if he plays like the Armia who started the year and had to get sent down to Laval, I don't think so. My belief is that he's going to play like the Armia that was with the sports therapist, and once he came back up, he was fantastic. I think he was on pace for a 20-25 goal season throughout the whole year. I think it was something like 20 goals once he came up and started scoring again. I'd love to resign Armia, honestly, if he's playing that guy. If he's playing like when he came back up, I'd like to re-sign him. I wouldn't be surprised if the Habs do look to move him if we're out of it, especially by the deadline. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if we re-sign him to, like, say, a 1-year deal and more so just kind of try it out again. You know, just like, hey, if you can do it again, maybe we'll keep you long term, and just see like that. But again, it also wouldn't surprise me if, like you said, Ghislain, if we don't re-sign Armia and give a spot to a guy like Philip Mizar or Owen Beck next year. It wouldn't surprise me. Your head is spinning, Yavi. Yeah, dude, me too. Like, I'm looking at Twitter and I'm like, oh my god, what is... Like, I'm seeing like 75 different things that are going on, and it's like, oh my god, you know? It's really, really fun. Oh, okay. Okay, so... Yeah, so... As of 32 minutes ago, Hughes confirms Alex Burrows decided to step away from his job as Canadiens assistant coach to spend more time with his family. He will remain with the organization in a consulting role. That I'm fine with. Hughes said it's not yet clear if Burrows will be replaced. He does want to talk to Marty St. Louis about it in the coming days, but all the other assistants, including goalie coach Eric Raymond, I'm assuming it's Eric Raymond, were signed to extensions. So that's really good. That's really good. Oh shit! I might be quiet, sons. I might let me turn up the. I turned up the thing a little bit, so yeah. Pause. Also, Happy Canadian Day, Happy Canada Day, and yes, Slafzilla for 9 more years. Holy hell! I'm excited about that. I'm extremely excited to have Slafzilla. We're gonna have Demidov. Oh, you weren't quiet for me. Okay, it might have been Suns then. I'll turn my gain down just a little bit again. Yeah. So. We got Slap for 9 more years. We just drafted Demidov. Alex Burrows is no longer an assistant. Like, oh my god, we are going to be so good for the future. Oh my god. Yeah, let's go, Abby. Yeah, I'm glad you respect Lane and Cole. I respect Marshawn and the pasta, man. Son's just saying Uri. How's it going, Sons? Cole's back up. He'll step up. Exactly, Abby. Yeah. I mean, anybody who gets shoulder surgery, not just Cole, but anybody who gets that type of shoulder surgery, apparently it takes them like a year to like really fully recover. Like, they're able to use it, but they can't be at that 100% effectiveness like they were before for like a year. But yeah, like you said, Cole's tough for his size. The dude fucking played that game against the Predators, which caused him to get the shoulder surgery anyways. When he tripped and ran and fell into the boards, he played for a week after that. So little bastard stuff for his size. I love Caulfield. There's a reason I got a jersey of him. So yeah. What does the Atlantic schedule look like as of right now? And then he corrected himself. Atlantic schedule, I meant standings. Honestly, it's probably Leafs and Panthers fighting it out for the top. And then I'm going to say the 3C goes to the Sabres. And the wild card, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit of a homer and say Montreal. I think it's that first wild card. And then I think it's... Oh, but Boston. Shit. Boston's got Swayman. You know, yeah, I'll keep it. I'll say Montreal. Boston somehow misses out. I think just barely. And then Detroit and Ottawa. Who's going to be worse? You know, I'll say Detroit than Ottawa. No, not Montreal first wild card, but Montreal gets the wild card in the Atlantic. I'm going to say it's a wild card in the Atlantic and one in the Metro. But I will say if it's 2 wild cards in the Atlantic, then it's going to be Boston than Montreal. Or actually, yeah, scratch that. I'll redo this. Toronto than Florida or Florida than Toronto. You can interchange those two. Boston gets 3rd. Buffalo the first wild card. Montreal the second wild card. And then it'll be Tampa, Ottawa, Tampa, Detroit, then Ottawa. I do think Ottawa finishes last. Despite the fact that they have Linus Ullmark, I don't think it's going to be that good. And yeah, like you said, Avi, yeah, Swayman, Possum, McAvoy. I was thinking about him, like, wait, no, yeah. They also just got a center and a big, strong defenseman. They'll be good. For at least 2 more years, probably. Josh Anderson's the new Armia. Basically, Ghislain. Yeah, basically, you could say that Anderson's the new Armia. Watch Anderson go to Laval and have a rebirth. NCA, yeah. I mean, that'd be awesome. I think it'd be really cool for Josh Anderson to go to Laval and end up like Yoel Armia. I'd love that. I'd love for him to go down to Laval to start the year, come up 10 games in, and score 25 goals, 50 points. Like, that'd be awesome. But just... I can't see it happening, unfortunately. NHL schedule should be dropping either in a bit today or tomorrow. They just announced the home openers. Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I'm excited then. And yeah, pause. Thank you. Happy Canada Day again to you too. Devils defense core is getting loaded up. Jersey will be back this season. I think they will be. I think that they are probably going to get to the second round. Suns, it's not even necessarily that Brett Pesce wasn't a good signing. As long as he clicks, like, I think they do get back into the first round. I think they get at least into the playoffs this year for sure. Bruins not going far in the playoffs. Yeah, they're probably, depending who they match up against, probably a first round exit. If they match up with the Leafs, they're a second round exit. If it's the Panthers, they're probably a first round exit again. But the Suns, yeah, exactly, they should. The Devils should get in the playoffs. I'm assuming you're talking about them. If you're talking about the Bruins, yeah, again, they should as well. But yeah. So I'm going to end this here, guys. My voice is, like, shredded. Richard Hall, firstly. Lightning social media getting roasted by posting their thank you stammer post. You know what? That's the one time I will agree with Tampa Bay fans. You let your captain go and you replace him with a flashy alternative, like, that's not good. Okay, Hughes now signed him up to his 8-year contract for 7.5. You know what? I agree with Trig Wilson. I know you guys can't see my screen. It's because I have the other one up, so yeah. All right. So yeah, guys, I'm going to get out of here now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know we have 12 viewers, but my voice, you can hear it a little bit, is shredded. Yeah, I think you guys can understand. I'd love to stay up here for another 2-3 hours going over free agent stuff, but I need to rest my voice up a bit. I'm going to start chugging some water. And yeah, peace out for real, NZSC, man. Fazetta will eventually need to be replaced by Luke Tucker, Florian Jacka. I think Florian Jacka replaces him. Ghislain, I will say that. I think it's Ghislain. I think it's Florian Jacka replaces him. I like Luke Tuck, but I do think he ends up panning out elsewhere, more so than in Montreal, unfortunately. I think Montreal has one more left. If they were more bold in FA, well, Suns, here's the thing. Here's the thing as well. Like I said, I think we're either just in or we're either just out. I think we're very competitive for most of the year. Habs Nation, y'all gonna be in the mix soon. Oh yeah, we are, Avi. Like, even if we're not in this year, I'm not gonna panic because I know next year we're gonna be in the mix for sure. Especially because Tampa's probably gonna be falling off next year. Depending on what happens with Toronto, and especially with Mitch Marner, they might be falling off a little bit. The Panthers are still gonna be good because they're the Panthers. The Sabres, Red Wings, and Senators should be moving up. Keyword should be moving up, but the Sens aren't. The Red Wings apparently aren't, and the Sabres, I think they will. So the top of the class should be the Panthers, Sabres, and Canadiens, but we'll see what happens there. So yeah, guys, again, that is going to do it for today's stream. The second stream of the day. Low-key, kind of hope I have to come up here for a third one for some Canadiens news. We'll see. I'm going to refresh Twitter really quickly one last time and just see if we got anything. I'm hoping we don't, but at the same time, I think it'd be kind of funny if we did. And no, we do not. Alright. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Juraj. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and else. My name is Juraj. My Pub Club, the Ace Club's home of the A's of the Nation. If you're a member of the Wild Squad, there are calls for share individuals. It's what's great. We can thank you guys again for watching. My name is Juraj, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. I know more than always remember, no matter how bad it worked last year, how fairly decent I'm certain will be like this year. Go Habs, go baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Juraj, and I'm out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Bye guys.